This is Design Safe Radio, where natural hazards researchers strive to make our society more resilient to everything nature throws at us.
And you also gave a really great segue to our next topic about the Geotech Grad Student Society, the GGSS. Do you call it the double G, double S? That would be kind of cool. But Laura, since you're already on a great roll, why don't you take this one to start about what it is and your role in it?
Yep. So GGSS, Geotechnical Graduate Student Society. It's sort of a society that all of the geotechnical graduate students automatically join when they start the program at Davis. And I think the goal is to promote, scholarship and service and leadership and a sense of community within the program. And so everything is student led. And so we have a leadership team that we call the GGSS board. And we have 7 different positions that students take on. And we'll organize different events throughout the year. And so we have, for example, weekly seminars where different industry members come and tell us about their projects or about their research for an hour or so. And then some students will have lunch with them. We organize field trips every quarter to different local projects. We also do outreach events where members of the community, like high school students or incoming transfer students or Boy Scouts or elementary level kids will come either to the centrifuge or to campus, and then we get to talk to them about our research and about geotechnical engineering and earthquakes and how earthquakes form and all of those things. And so it's a great opportunity for us to showcase our work and practice communicating to the different levels, right? You're not going to talk to like a 7-year-old the same way that you would talk to a transfer student. And so those are great skills to practice. And we also, I think the biggest event is an annual, we call it the Roundtable event, which is a 1-day conference that is, everything is student organized, and we'll invite members from the industry to come for a day, and we'll have presentations from the students about the research as well as poster presentations.
Oh, wow.
And so that's, it's such a great opportunity to connect with members of the local engineering community who are always very excited to hear about our research. And so it's nice to just sort of see the impact of your research, connect with them and see what they think about it and what aspects they find interesting, and they give you feedback. And so all of these activities combined, I think they just create a culture of community. I think from the moment that you join the program, we'll have like a welcome seminar where you meet everybody. You see sort of the upper year students taking on the leadership roles, and so you can sort of see how they're doing, and you see their presentations at Roundtable, and so you can sort of learn from them, and you know that you can reach out anytime if you need any help. And then as you progress, then you take on those leadership roles, and then because we rotate them every year, then there's always that person who did the job before you, and so you can reach out to them and to learn how they did it, and so we're always helping each other out. And I think at the Roundtable, because you see the same industry members roughly every year, then it's very nice because then they can see your progress, right? And so every year you're kind of checking in and being like, oh, remember when I told you this? This is where I'm at right now. And so it feels like you automatically have a lot of people in your corner. So yeah, it's good.
That's great. You also have this ladder style mentoring process baked into the student society as well. Can you talk a little bit about how the mentoring works and how it has helped you as a grad student?
Yeah, for sure. I think especially at the centrifuge, because it is a lot of work to build a model. I think there's sort of this system where, like, before you work on your own model or anything, you're gonna be learning from somebody else, and so you're gonna be assisting a previous person on their model. And so, for example, when I first joined, I got to help with some 1-meter centrifuge tests and sort of learn everything from scratch. And then once you've sort of done that once, and you can take over and start doing your own experiments and things like that. And so it's a system that works really well. And then you also have the RU students who you mentor as well. And so it's like you're getting mentorship from students, and then you in turn mentorship the people that come after you. And so it creates a nice community.
Yeah. What are some of your highlights of that mentoring process? Either someone that mentored you or someone that you're mentoring.
I think I really liked, I don't know if you know, but the Geo-Institute does like video competitions every year. And there were 2 students who were very, I got to TA for them, and they were very interested in geotechnical engineering. And so I told them that they should compete in this competition. And so we worked together to make a video actually about the biocementation projects at the centrifuge. And so we worked on it together. I helped them a little bit with the technical aspects, but they did all of the work. And they actually won the competition. And so they got a chance to travel to Vancouver for the annual conference with a big group of our graduate students. And I think they're both actually, they just graduated and they got jobs in a geotechnical engineering firm. So I think sort of seeing how you can have an impact on the younger students and seeing them sort of flourish as a result, it's really exciting. So that's my favorite.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So speaking of younger students, Jose Luis, what has been
I haven't had that experience yet. So
yeah.
No. I know Laura is great doing that. So everyone was happy about that win back in Vancouver.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That sounds amazing. What was the video on?
It was like you
go
go for it, Jose. You go.
No, go ahead. Okay.
It was about the microbially induced calcite precipitation, which is a long name of or sort of a mechanism to biocement the soil, where you leverage bacteria that exist in the ground to cement the soil, and then that way it behaves better during an earthquake. So the video explains sort of the idea behind biocementation, and then it talks about some of the 1 meter centrifuge experiments that we carried out at the CGM.
Cool. So Jose, you're a little bit into your master's program, going into your PhD. How has your experience been being mentored by others, and then have you also been able to mentor some of the REU students? How has that gone for you?
Yeah, for me it's a little bit different since I came as a master's and in the centrifuge, based on my experience and as already Laura said. So this is a really complicated process. You have to learn how to calibrate sensors. So usually just during your first year, you will come and you will help others. Like some postdocs that are most of the time there at the lab, also like older PhD students. So you go like try like to a learning process during your first year and a half until you'll do your own test. So the thing is like, besides that, there's like a staff members in the lab, which they are also helping you out with whatever you need. So I think we have an electrician engineer, we have mechanical engineer. So most of the time you're not alone. So at least this is a really helpful way to learn. And it's really joyful how people from all over the world in the GGSS, like they are really glad to help you out. So that's something I didn't expect before coming here.
So what have been some of your experiences with being mentored by some of those staff members? Have you seen how your skills have changed over the time
yeah,
that
of course
there?
Now I'm way more curious than I was before. You have to be really sensitive, I'm pretty sure, of what you are doing. They always tell you like, okay, if you're doubting something, just ask. Because like sometimes, you're in a facility, you have to be really careful of what you do, of what you don't need to do. So it's been great like dealing with so many personalities because all of them are pretty different. So besides that, I think that now that we have also RU students and the lab is pretty packed, it's been great because now I changed to be like from a mentee to a mentor. So I've been really involved in the camera, high-speed tracking. So most of I think 2 of the RU students are working with cameras. So I'm trying to explain them because I didn't even think that I was going to learn about, I don't know, focal length, like some specific aspects of the cameras that I was like, I'm not really related at all since I'm a geotech. since now I think it's a little bit fun since these are just tools that we use in our facility. So then my expectations like change a little bit. Probably I don't know. I don't know. I really had the experience to be in the industry back in Ecuador. So let's see. I think probably in the future I will go back to industry, but I don't know. Who knows? I still have 3 or 4 more years for my PhD. That might change, but besides that, I will still like helping out in the centrifuge, like some future students that will come, and I will be really happy to.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like a lot can change in 4 years.
Yeah, of course. Like I'm just talking about what I'm thinking right now, but everything can change.
Yeah, and you also bring up another good point about, you expected coming in as a geotech focus, it's going to be more about, looking at the soil structure and, different soil types and different types of earthquakes and different loading and different structures and things. But now it's more, learning how to work with the different tools and measurements and software to do the interesting study and research that you want to do. And so, like my background is mechanical engineering. And so that basically means that, just a computer programmer with a different focus. You got to learn Python. You've got to learn, all these different measurement techniques and how to calibrate sensors and, photogrammetry and all this stuff to do the engineering work you want to do. And so it's good to hear you say that you're enjoying that shift.
If I will tell you the truth, like at the beginning it was pretty hard, but at some point when the things start going well, like you start enjoying it. Because also I had the chance to like meet people like I was using also an image analyzer software which is called Tima, and I had the chance to meet the developers of that program.
Oh, wow.
And also like how to lead with that like kind of people. Like I didn't have that experience back in Ecuador, so it's been great. So I think probably in the future, right, we just keep learning of what we have because we have so many tools that we would like to include in our tests. So that's it.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Thank you so much, both of you, for your time. I know you've got a whole lot of things to do to get back to your projects. So I'll let you go for now, but looking forward to seeing where your research goes. And hopefully we'll see you down in Davis sometime or at AGU or a conference or something. It'd be great to meet you in person. Thanks so much, and looking forward to seeing where things go for you guys. Take care.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of Design Safe Radio. Be sure to like and subscribe on whatever platform you happen to be listening to this on. It really helps people find our show. Thanks to our amazing sponsors, the National Science Foundation and the NARI Network Coordination Office, which is award number 2129782. Big thank you to Marty LaChance, our guest booker and topic researcher extraordinaire, and Raquel Ruiz, who is our video and audio editor. I'm your host and NARI Facility Scheduling and Operations Coordinator, Dan Zahner. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, stay resilient.